Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM. Time to go into the world of North Central Netball, and the association president, Kylie Walsh, joins me to talk all about some results last week and what's happening this week. Kylie, lovely to have you back with us. How's your week been?
Really good, thanks, Alice. Hope yours has been the same.
Yes, it's gone quite quickly, and we'll go straight to the C grade side of things from last weekend. We'll give them a bit of a mention. So, going through the results, we had a bit of a blowout in the Sea Lake Nandali game over Witchy. In the end, 61-16. I don't know what the word is where you can put the same numbers in the same score kind of thing, but whatever that is, they achieved that. 61-16 in the end. Big win for Sea Lake.
Yeah, it was a huge win for Sea Lake. Yeah, they certainly have the momentum through the club, but it looked like it was Bailey Mott and Brooke McClelland. They certainly went full steam ahead for the Tigers in the circle. They shot 22 goals in the first quarter, which is amazing. But Witchy Proof in our report tried different efforts to break the flow for the Tigers, but I think that combined efforts of Claudia Cox and Lauren Donnan in the defence for the Tigers, that would have been like trying to break through a wall, I imagine. But the overall strength of Sea Lake Nandali Tigers was far too strong for the Demons, and like we mentioned, a really comfortable win, 61-16.
Yeah, absolutely. And the theme throughout was that we didn't really have any close games, but Charlton, they had Wedderburn at home, and it was the away side nearly doubling the score in the end, or in fact doubling the score. 35-68 the final result in Wedderburn's favour. A very nice win for the Redbacks.
Yeah, it was. And look, post this C-grade or post B-grade game, Charlton Football Club, hockey and netball clubs gave a beautiful memory for Maddie Fitzpatrick, which we spoke about last week, and that was prior to the final games of the day. And also breathtaking photos of what was on the grass in memory for Maddie, and it was wonderful that Wedderburn was so accommodating for Maddie's memorial for such a special event. But it would have been hard for the games playing prior to the memorial. It would have been pretty mostly charged and creating a lot of amount of play through for all teams throughout the court. But with regards to the C-grade game, Wedderburn's club steward Susie Lockhart certainly directed her teammates throughout from both inside and outside the court circle, and that sort of really guided the flow through the court. And Ashley Woods, her co-goaler, was certainly influenced by that, and she settled into a goal shooter role and was very accurate to the post with, like you said, a comfortable win over Charlton, 68-35.
Very sad scenes, I'm sure, and really well said by you there, Kylie. Let's move on. St Arnaud, they were at home to Birchip. The final result in this one being 14-44 in favour of Birchip. So, again, the away side prevailing.
Yeah. And look, the Bulls C-grade squad are certainly demonstrating that they are becoming more comfortable with all their combinations and roles that each play on the court. But Chloe Gleeson is certainly looking her best this season. Her movement and accuracy to the post is terrific this season, and her teammates is certainly getting the fruits of all this with playing comfortable, feeding her into the circle, and she's showing that confidence without hesitation to the post. So Bulls are also fortunate to be able to switch around their defensive end while still maintaining a full impact over St Arnaud at the same time. But despite St Arnaud's the scoreline, St Arnaud actually won the third quarter, so I hope they take that quarter as a real positive point of the game. But yeah, Birchip Watson were far too strong, winning 44-14 over the Saints.
Finally, Donald hosted Nullawal 15-48. Nullawal getting the win here, and a big win too for Nullawal.
Yeah, look, it was always going to be a tough job for Donald in front of him with Nullawal home C grade, but Nullawal was strong from the first whistle, and they certainly kept that pace throughout the game. And Nullawal took the opportunity to use their whole entire 12 squad into the game, which is amazing. Particularly the final third quarter, they put 5 fresh legs onto the court, and that certainly upped the pace for the final whistle and took the 4 points, 48-15 over Donald.
All right, should we just gloss over the C grade ladder then, Kylie? We've got Bort in number 1 spot, and then Nullarbor second, Birchip third, Sea Lake fourth, Wedderburn fifth, St Arnaud sixth, Donald in 7th, Witchy, Narraport in 8th, and Charlton at the foot in 9th position. The composition of that ladder, do you expect it to change much over the next month or so?
It probably will, because the 2023 premiers and the donut-inspired Bort C grade, they had a bye, but their percentage is looking quite healthy at this stage, so that bye didn't impact on them. But Nullawar's creeping up there, but gosh, 3rd, 4th and 5th is very tight at the moment, and even 6th. So yeah, they could flip at any stage with that percentage. So it's going to be interesting to watch.
That it shall. Well, firstly, Kylie, before we preview the A-grade games in the association this weekend, there's a few pointers that you'd like to float. The floor's yours.
Thank you, Alice. So Witchproof Narraport versus Charlton at home. It's the Mount of Prevention Respect round, and that's hosted by Witchproof Narraport with the motto, "It's never okay." This is in line with AFL's White Ribbon round. So it's wonderful with the current environment to have that respect to all. So I think between the Charlton and Witchproof Narraport, I think it'll be a very close game for A grade, and it's going to be wonderful for both teams involved. But I think the height advantage of Kylie Walsh will be too great for the Demons, and that'll challenge them greatly and trying to prevent it to get in the circle. But I think Charlton will lock in their first win for the season over Witchproof Narraport. Birchip Watson play at home to Sea Lake Nandali Tigers, and they are also, through neighbourhood houses, will be promoting their vision of White Ribbon campaign, which the motto of strives for a society where women and children are safe. And that's being held at the Birchip Recreational Reserve, and with all 3 codes having a minute's silence prior to the last game. So that's wonderful to have that respect out there and show respect to all. So on court, I think the efforts of Sea Lake Nandali Tigers over the past few rounds cannot be ignored by all the A-grade teams in the competition. It's just wonderful, and I really don't think that the Bulls can lay down with this game, and the Tigers will challenge every aspect because of the bond that they've developed so quickly. I think this is going to be a really good game and could go either way. So it's a bit of a tip to nightmare for me, but I think Bulls will get over the line just. The other game we have is Nullarbor at home to St Arnaud. I don't think the Saints will have the momentum against the Maroons on their home turf, and it's possibly going to be a tough day in the office for St Arnaud. But I hope they can look to small positive moments throughout the game and take those away for training. But I think Nullarbor will be too dominant for St Arnaud this weekend. And our final game is Wedderburn versus Bort. I think this is going to be a fantastic game between 1 versus 2. So it's going to be super fast and tactically really good to watch. I think Bort will be rested after their bye last week, so they're probably going to try and cement their position at top of the ladder at this point in time, and the game will be who can really stay stable for the 4 quarters and be consistent throughout the game. But I think Bort will possibly take the edge over the Redbacks with only a slight win, but I think that'll be a terrific game as well. And we have Donald with the bye. So I apologise to our North Central reps. It's been remiss of me not to mention over the past few weeks our North Central Netball Association 13 and under, 15 and under and 17 and under representative squads have been training over the past month, and they completed their final training and uniform presentation on Monday night in readiness for their first tournament campaign this Sunday at Golden Square at the Red Energy Stadium. So all the squads are very excited about the challenges ahead, which is wonderful. I'd like to thank Sarah Adams, our NCNA Junior Development Officer, for her organisation during the trials, information, all the uniforms and communication to parents and squad members. And also thank you to all our volunteers, whether they be selectors, umpires, Donald Netball Club for their facilities, particularly Charlton Netball Club for their facilities over the past month, and also cooking the barbecue dinner Monday night. It's been wonderful combined effort from all volunteers involved. Thank you to our representative sponsors, Charlton District Community Bank, Bendigo Bank, Northwest Ag and AgriFact Australia, and also along with Better Electrical Sanana for their ongoing support. So to wrap it up, Alice, I'd like to wish our 13 under, 15 under, 17 under coaches, players, umpires and parents, thank you in advance for giving up your time for your representative campaign. It's a wonderful honour to be involved in, and I really hope everyone enjoys this wonderful experience.
Unwrapped very nicely indeed, Kylie, with no prompts there. I don't know how you did it. Maybe you need to consider a career in radio when teaching becomes something of the past for you, perhaps. But that's where we'll leave it. Kylie Walsh, lovely to check in with you again. Thanks for all your work and enjoy the netball this weekend.
Thanks, Alice. Thanks for your help.